What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. I am your host, as always, Shosan, and I am damn happy to have you guys. But without further ado, because we have a lot to talk about in a very few topics, let's kick things off with my very special and awesome and illustrious set of co-hosts. Up first, Mr. Morpha, joining us again this week. Say hello. And he is silent.
Hello.
There
I
you
am
go.
very
Okay.
happy to be here.
Fucking delays,
Sound
right?
happy.
I know. Next, Captain.
I know, it's fucking
Mania.
crowded in here. You got six other people.
Hi, there's a lot of people on the show today. And we're
Yeah.
going to get in some juicy subjects, so it's going to be a good show!
There you go. Enthusiasm. Mr. Vegito.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
It's a great shout out with your shirt, by the way.
Yes, I know.
All right.
I didn't
right,
realize
Elf.
what I was wearing until today, so.
Althias, go ahead and say hello.
Hold on.
What the fuck?
Hey guys, could we take this down a notch? Could we make it a little quick? Cause I gotta meet my agent in a minute.
What the
Let's
fuck?
discuss some new directions, dude.
Well, for a while there, I
I'll
thought
see
you
you
were
later.
I thought you were just going off to the danger zone.
Hold on. Damien?
I want to smack.
Damien?
Yeah?
Can you explain this? What the fuck is going on over there?
I don't know. He said he was going to do a thing on the podcast, and he's doing a thing, and I'm scared.
He is doing a thing, and you are the
Hold on.
closest to him, so, uh-oh.
Okay.
Danger zone.
He even has a freaking ponytail. What a puss.
Nice. Very nice.
Random attack from the back. Oh, that sounded
Where you
even
cat-
better when I said it. Awesome.
Too bad he's not a rogue, or he would have done double damage.
Now my shit's all fucked up. God damn it.
Right? All right, well, he
It was
fixes
worth.
that,
Hashtag worth.
right? While he does that, we have Mr. Dropkick.
I no longer wish to be called Dropkick.
Okay.
Too
It's
bad,
been a long
Dropkick.
time since I've been on the podcast. It's time for a new day.
Okay, so he's
I
the
will be
podcaster-
called. I will be called Spit.
No.
Okay,
You are
no.
now the, nope, denied. You are now the podcaster formerly known as Dropkick.
I
No,
can
he's-
deal with that as well.
How about, how about just douche canoe? That works.
But Veg,
Yeah,
everyone is
Hey,
named that
I would
according
just
to
call
you.
you Neckbeard or something. Saying we're going to
Yes!
be calling out different things. And
Yes!
stuff.
Actually, my neck doesn't have that much of the
Right
beard.
along.
It's
Finally,
there.
we have Mr. Runkley.
I have to say that I really love whoever this Roro guy is calling Morph Worf.
For fun.
Like
Nice.
like Lieutenant Worf. From
Yeah,
Star
why
Trek.
not?
That's great. That is awesome. I love it.
Wouldn't
It
I thought he was
would
Captain
appear that groupies have found their way.
Yes! Yes! Fucking love it. Love groupies. All right, you guys, I will offer autographs at the end of the show. Don't worry. They are free for HJs or BJs. Just take your pick.
That's not free then.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God. Okay, let's move on, you guys, to my favorite part of the show. Yes, it's news! Holy shit. Okay, we have a lot of crazy, crazy bullshit to talk about in, like, 3 actual topics. But, whatever. Okay, let's talk Allison Rapp, if you guys haven't heard. This wonderful, wonderful woman from Nintendo.
Oh.
So, I need Dropkick here to go ahead and kick this thing off.
All right, I don't have all the facts. Let me start off with that. I don't work with facts anyway. I just like to make shit up and see where it goes.
Thanks.
Anyway, so there's this chick who works with Nintendo, basically almost PR. I'm not exactly sure what her job was, but part of her thing, I guess, she was very big with Nintendo Treehouse, I'm pretty sure. And she worked with a whole bunch of other things, like I think she did some translation or helped translate some games. I don't know. But anyway, she was recently fired from her job. She was terminated by Nintendo, and this seems to come after a very big, I don't know what to call it,
Modification?
not modification, but basically some news came up where it was announced that basically she basically supports pedophilia, and you can see it through some of her tweets that she basically says it's okay for men to be attracted to kids. And it's
Ooh.
kind of a fucked up thing for anybody to say. Now, however,
Just a little.
so Nintendo terminated her not for that, but they terminated her because she had a second job, which I believe may have been like modeling or something like that. So, because of this, because she's a woman in the video game industry, she automatically has the backing of a bunch of people who can be called social justice warriors and all that shit. So they automatically call it this is sexist. Nintendo's being being unfair and all these other topics.
Hell yeah, fuck the man. He's been bringing us down for the last fucking decade.
So basically, and not only that, not only is Nintendo being unfair, but Allison Rapp was being bullied by Gamergate because she supports pedophilia.
Here we go.
So yeah,
Here it
it's a
goes.
whole fucking mess. Gamergate is why Allison Rapp got fired.
I'm sorry, but when you say that you don't care if men diddle kids, you can go fuck yourself. I don't care who you are.
Exactly. Like,
But did she explicitly say that, or did she just say the
Not-
traction's there?
Not
She
in
was
so
talking-
many
What's the deal?
words.
What, the tweets.
okay, I don't have the tweets on me, and plus have a weird janky ass setup right now. But along the lines, it's something about pedophilia is okay. Because
just
they were
curious.
discussing-
Oh,
They-
no,
they-
this
they
is
were-
serious stuff.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
They were discussing, basically, she was trying to discuss about Japanese culture and all that shit, because the Japanese are pretty weird, let's be honest. And so she kind of just mentioned how pedophilia is not that big of a deal. That's essentially what she said. I don't have the actual tweets on me. If you do a quick Google search, you can find exactly what was said, and then you can find the millions or thousands, or whatever you call them, drones who don't actually pay attention to any of those things and just know that it's a woman in a tech field and she's being fired unjustly. So.
now it's weird. I'm gonna go out on a limb because I haven't read what she actually said, but I'm sure the idea of probably lolicon or anime, hentai, whatever, probably came up, and that was probably that lead-in to her comment. But you know, again, at the same time, there are obviously limits on shit you need to say, and sometimes you have to apply that filter. So go fuck yourself. I hope you get a job at McDonald's. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you wanted to defend someone who says something like that, just no. You know, and if someone says it's out of context, it's that individual's fault for putting it out of context.
Mm.
You know, that's like me saying, "Oh, I'm going to slap a cunt." You know, that could be not out of context, but that's besides the point.
That's a pretty broad statement. I don't know how you take that out of context.
Yeah, Veg, that was
So-
pretty specific. I mean, it's
No,
hard
no,
to
no,
twist
no,
that
no.
one.
What I meant to say was she's a nice lady.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Veg, seriously, man, way to fucking pull a Trump. Like, seriously.
Well done.
For
No.
abortion. You guys, I never said women need abortions. No, Veg, come on.
No, at least I admit what I was saying.
I just said
Oh
I
my
supported the
God.
baby punching marathon. It doesn't mean that at all.
I mean,
Which way to the baby wall?
Oh, Jesus.
Dead baby wall.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we get terribly off track.
I say this has been going straight down the tracks from the beginning.
I
mean,
love it, though. I love
this is
it.
the obvious and logical conclusion
Of
of
course.
this discussion.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, that's the only way to go, really.
Now, be a good host and give it back to the person who is actually being a good job in reporting on this.
Yeah, he's fucking done. Unless he found those tweets.
No, I'm not gonna find those links. You guys
Good,
can
because
just
I
find
want
them.
to talk.
It's a quick Google search. Just one more thing though. This kind of, I guess, this whole comment about her stance on pedophilia. This actually comes. So I don't like social justice warriors. I think they're fucking scum of the earth for the most part. Now,
I like for the most part.
these
That gives you
comments-
that room where you're like, well, that guy's okay.
I'm
waiting for
She's
the.
like
I'm waiting for the.
17,
But
and yeah.
Some of them have some good intentions, but they go about it the complete wrong way. They're
How
basically.
interesting. Although I will say this though, candy is always a good intention if you're giving it away or whatever.
I have a question.
All right.
How would you define a social justice warrior? I'm just curious.
Veg.
anyone who advocates Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015 is a good.
No.
The
No, okay, so-
former,
alright, so
former
the-
official game of Six Gaming.
A social justice warrior is a lot of them are just like I like to see them as people who think they're trying to do the right thing by calling out like cultural appropriation, privilege, and all these other things that aren't as big of a deal as they like to make them out to be. Maybe that's just because I'm a straight white male and things are easy for me. I have no idea.
Internet turbo activists.
Yes, they are keyboard warriors who try to do the right thing but go about it the complete wrong way and call out the things that do not need to be called out.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of like the what do you call it?
like an
all
Anita
the protests
Sarkeesian then.
that went on through the 90s. Fedge, fix your camera.
At one point in time, there was a bit of a movement where social justice warriors were defending people who consider themselves pedophiles or are actual pedophiles. It's basically like Salon. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the website Salon. That's a fucking shit show.
I have no idea about it.
They actually published an article
Keep it that way.
by one guy who says that that he's not a monster for being a pedophile. Everyone else is the monster for treating him like one. And I guess the quote somewhere along there was, he's never actually done anything with kids. He's just attracted to kids, and that pedophilia should be looked at as a mental illness, among other things. And that's just going to be a whole other shit show we shouldn't get into right now.
Yeah,
I got a lot of opinions on that one.
We've already got a large steaming pile of BS to go through on the show, and we're
Leave
not even
Fetch
on the
alone.
first news story.
Right. I mean, this
Sorry,
shit's
Fedge.
crazy.
Well, regardless.
All right, so let's go ahead and we'll just move on. If you guys are at all interested, and as I'm sure a lot of you guys are, like it was said before, just go Google search it and be amazed.
There is a
It's
lot.
really bizarre.
Yeah.
Just when you do your Google search, make sure you read many different articles from many different viewpoints, because I'm telling you right now, all you're going to see is the mainstream stuff that says Allison Rapp is innocent. So.
Right. Yeah. Please.
But
do
read
your
those two. Read those two. Get a well-rounded opinion on the topic itself.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
No, we can't.
All right. Finally.
What?
There we
You're using
go.
a distant mic at this point,
Jesus.
though.
Yeah, it sounds
This
a little
one-
weird.
Sorry. My mic isn't working. I was trying to say that I found the tweets, or at least
Okay, go.
an article about them. It says that she
Oh,
had
this is
claimed that child porn constitutes free speech and believes that sexual consent laws for children should be loosened.
Really?
So,
How
wow.
interesting, because, you
Yeah.
know,
Okay,
fucking...
crucify her. Just crucify her
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
Gamergate. That's
because
not.
8-year-olds can totally make informed decisions.
Mm.
You know, that's
Totally.
totally supportive, apparently. Fucking
No, that's.
But Nintendo stated that she was not
Absolutely.
fired for those tweets.
Okay, I
She
was willing to
fired for
give her
having a
benefit
second
of the doubt.
Right. But at this point, how can you give her the
She was
benefit of the
fired
doubt?
for having a conveniently placed second job.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's just the covering their ass portion.
right. That's exactly what it is.
Japan loves their kids. What are you
Am
going
I
to do about it?
experiencing a lot of lag here?
I don't know.
Yeah, you are a little bit, but that's fine. We can deal with it. So, all right, you guys.
All right, so
yeah,
well,
let's-
either way, just bear with me in that aspect.
No problem. No problem. So let's go ahead and move on, you guys. So Bandai has officially asked streamers to stop actually streaming DS3, even though it's been released in Japan. How interesting! It's
That makes sense to me.
Weird.
does it?
Because
Okay.
I don't want to see any of this story. I don't want to see anything right now.
Well, don't watch it.
That's up to you not
That's
watching it.
you, not Bandai.
Okay.
Thank you,
the-
Ron.
the
Thank you,
issue
Ron.
here, as I've had it explained to me, is that okay? Dark Souls 3 came out in Japan a couple weeks early, and a bunch of American streamers and YouTubers have gotten pre-release copies so they can stream it. And then people just went ahead, but they're only allowed to show a certain amount with the pre-release copies. So a lot of people went ahead and bought copies from Japan online and downloaded them over here. They just changed their payment method to yen. It was as simple as that. And so a lot of people are streaming Dark Souls, the Japanese version, with English subtitles. And a lot of people who signed these agreements with Bandai so they could stream it are now getting fucked because of this. And so Bandai's now asking people to just stop streaming it altogether until the game is released in the US.
So
But
how
it
long is
doesn't
that
make
gonna
sense.
be?
I mean, like Ron said, if you don't want spoilers, you don't want to know, just don't fucking watch it.
I mean, seriously,
yeah.
what are they losing money on this? Come on.
Yes,
It's not really
they are.
about the
They-
spoilers in this scenario.
How are they losing money on
Okay,
people?
here's the
And
thing. Okay. Let me explain how this works. So streaming, as we all know, has become one of the biggest things on the internet right now. You got people like Markiplier and PewDiePie who have basically in one way or another, revolutionized streaming because just their massive fan bases. You got people who want to be them constantly. Now, when you're a video game company, you're releasing one of your big games, which I mean, people are going to buy Dark Souls 3 regardless. One of the issues is you still need to advertise the game. One of the best ways to advertise a game nowadays is through streamers. So what they're doing is they release these games to the streamers in America to stream, but they are also, I mean, there may be some incentive to pay them as well. Well, I'm not saying there is payment, but I'm assuming that's what it is. So in return, these streamers are supposed to play these games for these companies, and they'll also get revenue off of that. It's like a partnership. So when they work out a deal together, and then you got some chuckle fuck who no one knows about playing the whole game with no restrictions, what are people going to watch? They're going to watch the guy who has a very restricted copy or restricted streaming rules, or the person who's going to play through the game like a fucking monster.
Yeah, but
I could see if the game wasn't out yet. But the game's out in Japan.
Yeah.
No. That's what it is. But like, it's Bandai's fault for the most part because they decided to release a game.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
not in America at the same time.
Which is stupid.
The only thing is kind of what you were alluding to, though, is you're still getting free PR. Like, as a video game company or publisher or whatever, you're still getting this free publicity by people playing your games. It's a win-win. I don't know why you'd restrict it.
And I want to
is the American version isn't fully optimized yet, and the multiplayer isn't even
Why not?
active.
What makes the Japanese version optimized that the American version is
Okay.
not? Where did the Bandai... Hold on. Where did the Bandai developers fuck up? That's the question.
Okay.
Because it should just be a port with a change of language.
Exactly.
Oh,
God, we got screaming.
Okay. The Japanese version of the game doesn't even have multiplayer yet, and it's not fully optimized, because Japanese gamers don't throw a big hissy fit every time that happens, like Americans do. And Japanese people don't really care about multiplayer in their games, because gaming over there is more of a singular, just my own kind of experience. So, yeah, it's not representative of the final American product, and that's an issue with them. And plus, all these people who are locked in contracts are now pissed off, so they just want to tell everyone to stop streaming until it comes out.
I understand.
Now, are even Japanese streamers not allowed to stream a game that's released in Japan?
Streaming isn't as big in Japan unless it's a multiplayer competitive game.
I didn't ask I didn't ask that. I asked if they're allowed or not.
I'm not sure, honestly.
This is only restricted to Americans, or is it Japanese too?
I'm not sure, honestly. I don't have an answer for you on that one.
I'd like to add on to that, probably, please.
Yep.
I wonder if part of Bandai's decision to ask streamers to stop this has to do with the fact that lately, a lot of games become censored coming to America because we are over-glorifying everything needs to be sensitive and less gory, bloody, and less booby and buddy. But,
nothing in an M-rated game should be censored like that.
That is fair. However, M-rated games still do get censored. Now, Japan has less of a restriction on some things. Japan's very weird with the way they censor games. Now, some things that they don't find to be a big deal, Americans do. So when you got someone who's streaming a Japanese copy, but they're an American, and Americans are going to watch him, they might see something that the Japanese thinks is okay that Americans don't, and they're like, why would the Japanese allow this? I'm not going to buy their game.
In support of your argument, too, let's bring up... what's that DS game? Bravely Default. That is almost a direct port from Japan, but what they did was they changed all the clothes that your characters wear because they thought Americans would deem that as inappropriate or too sexual. So that does kind of validate what you're saying. It happens.
One in particular on that, though, going directly off what you said, is yes, they cover up some of the characters, like the female characters, a little more appropriately, depending on your definition of appropriate. But a very big one that you were mentioning there is they had a Native American costume on one of their classes, and because Americans find a lot of things offensive, they changed it to a cowboy instead.
Huh.
Now, I don't know if that's a reasoning. I'm just saying maybe that's a possibility.
No, yeah, it does happen. It's happened a lot in the past. So
I think you can think of this as kind of a beta test for American audiences.
It could be. Now, I do kind of support Bandai in the thought that, okay, so the American version isn't fully finished, it's not optimized, so we don't want this to be a negative reflection on us as a company, so
Why
let's
don't
go
they just
ahead
do
and
what
let's put some
Rockstar did,
restrictions. What's that?
Why don't they just do what Rockstar did, though? Because
What's
they did that. They released GTA 5 knowing that there is going to be a multiplayer eventually.
Right. And they could.
Also, it wasn't fully optimized either, and they released it. And I heard no one bitch about it. Really?
Sure.
But GTA Online isn't a core part of the
Also,
experience.
because
In Dark
Japanese players, because American players don't care about quality as much.
They don't.
Well,
My
as
thing,
far as co-op is concerned, though, in Dark Souls, it's a very important part because you have to, because part of it is being helped with these boss fights that are really hard, and apparently Japanese players don't care about that, but that's a big thing.
but let's be honest here too. I mean that has happened before. I mean, let's not forget about Ubisoft, who very regularly puts out more or less unfinished games. You know, they might be a few patches away, but it's usually buggy, especially their bigger games. So I see your guys' point on that. Why not just let it go? You know.
Yeah.
But all right.
Well then.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and move on to
It
something.
seems as if they made things worse by bringing light to it.
Yeah, they very
Yeah.
well could have, actually. That's a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, you guys, let's move on to something interesting here. There's a game.
I'm
that
going to
Blizzard's
reconnect to
putting
see
out.
if I can get caught up.
All right, well, keep it up. Let me know. Okay, so Blizzard has a game that they're getting ready to release called Overwatch. If you guys haven't heard about this, it looks really cool. It kind of plays like Team Fortress, but it's very much kind of Blizzard's version of it. But there's a character in there, a female, called Tracer, right?
Don't worry, love. Cavalry's here.
Don't worry, love. Cavalry's here.
Oh,
I
jeez.
love Tracer.
Please don't ever.
No wonder
No
we get
effort
Alvin and the
illustration.
Chipmunks in here.
Actually, that wasn't too bad. I dig the accent.
That's because I'm
But
British.
okay, so there was some controversy going on over Tracer though, because one of her victory stances at the end of a match, is her with her back turned, her head kind of looking over the shoulder, right? And she's in a very slim, very form-fitting outfit. And a lot of people blew up on this. Well, it started with one person, as far as I can tell, and then just ballooned from there. About how this is wildly inappropriate and it's over-sexualizing women. And
Oh
you
no, a
guys
person
shouldn't
has
be
a
doing
butt.
Booty,
Wait,
booty,
wait,
booty,
wait.
booty,
I would,
We're going to start.
Nothing at all. I am more offended by Veg's butt than I am anyone else's.
Right.
To be completely
Drop
honest.
kick.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
got?
Well, Ron, you've
I've got,
actually seen my ass, so there you go.
Oh,
Not-
God.
Not like
Yeah.
that. Not like
All right.
that.
Drop kick. Go ahead, man.
I mean, I can help you, make your.
Are we gonna
dreams come
do
true about
a like a
that.
Six Gaming podcast version of Guiding Light? Veg tries to rekindle his romance with Ron.
Jesus.
Hold on.
That's-
Hold on.
So anyway,
Well,
about this whole thing.
Hold on, because you can't just say something like that, you guys. As a matter of fact, and I'll tell you this is all truth, that exact thing that he just said is actually straight out of Damien's erotic fan fiction. It's
Yes.
I've read it. It's great.
true. Yeah, it's not bad. I did get an advanced copy, but he did have to censor it because it's an
Can I at
early
least get
release
some
copy.
Well,
Commission
Poles is making a video about it right now, so that's
Okay,
why-
hang on a sec. Listen,
Adapting it into a
I
screenplay.
don't know. I don't know if you guys have taken the
Sitting here
time.
eating beef jerky, having the time of my life.
I don't know if you guys have taken the time, but critics are raving that this is the next 50 Shades of Grey. So
Right. All right, Dropkick, you were gonna say something, so.
all right. So about this whole Tracer situation, there's a lot of things that bother me about this. For one, whenever something like this happens, where somebody deems something is sexist, misogynist, however you want to put it, in a video game, it takes one person to make a big deal out of it, especially with a company as huge as Blizzard, right? And just with like one tweet or one message, all of a sudden you have this army on the internet of people who will never, ever play the game, and they will complain and complain and complain until they have their way and ruin it for other people. Now, is a butt pose a very big deal? No, it's not. One good argument I've heard is that maybe it doesn't fit Tracer's character, which is fine. However, that's not the reason why it was removed. And my biggest issue with this is so feminazis, SJWs, however you want to call them, people who get offended by this. There's two things I find really wrong with this. Is one, they're complaining about shit. What was I gonna say? Fuck, man, I lost it completely.
It's so insignificant.
My biggest issue. Listen, I do remember one of them. My biggest issue is that these people who are complaining about a virtual ass, right, are the same people who are out in the street screaming "Free the nipple" and "I shouldn't be shamed for what I wear."
That's not necessarily the case.
No, but it's a huge contradiction. You can't sit here and say, like some feminists, they say we should be able to walk around topless, which is great, yeah, go ahead,
go for it.
And then you got the same people who are saying, like, I shouldn't be shamed for what I'm wearing, which no one should be. You should be able to wear and do what you want, but you can't sit here and claim those things and then complain about what someone's wearing in a video game. But their other argument is that Tracer is a video game character created by men for men, and that's sexist.
Right, but there was almost an exact character that did almost the exact same thing. Go Google search a game, I know it was on the GameCube, called PN09, where all she did was like dance around and do all these somersaults and craziness in a very, very, very form-fitting outfit. And of course, the camera was like a third person, kind of a top-down looking behind the character. So all you saw the entire game was ass as she danced and moved around. It's not the first time we've had that.
It sounds like my very pleasant experience that I had with Soul Calibur.
Yeah, definitely.
Soul Calibur.
No, I will say this, though. PN09, do not go play it because it was a shitty game. But it's almost exactly what you'll see out of Tracer's picture.
But one time, Shosan was a horny little boy, and a game was all he had.
That's why I have the Oni-Chambara Bikini Zombie Slayer team or whatever.
You probably wear that, too, when you're bored.
I've never been that bored. That was a shitty game, too.
Okay, that drunk, maybe? Yeah.
That will probably do it. I'd play it then. Sure. Fucking tequila makes me do stupid shit anyway. So.
Isn't that like its national slogan?
I don't think the tequila has anything to do with that. Just saying.
Or just saying. Yeah, and Mr. Fu brought up too, Dead or Alive, which is the same thing. And by the way, if you guys haven't played it, the new Street Fighter has a lot of bouncing and jiggling going on in there. Where's the fucking rights for the women in that game? You know?
Between the thigh gap of Chun-Li.
Right, that too. Or all the constant upskirts.
What thigh gap is she going to get in those monstrous thighs?
That was my point. There was none.
Oh, okay, well, you sound the same when you're joking when you're being an idiot.
Question, I want to take this a step further.
Right.
I really want to take this a step further. Just we already know how the world looking into gaming culture. This is how it's starting to make inroads by making a big haboo about ups, right? So what happens when they start manufacturing sex bots in? They're going to be made in Japan first.
Have you seen?
They already are made in
demonstrations in the street about how these sex. We're already complaining about a digital model, right? Making a particular pose. Are we going to be upset about what desperate men do in their bedrooms with robots because they make a particular pose?
That's a good point. It's a really good point.
Have you seen the guy who made the Scarlett Johansson robot model thing?
No.
It's pretty disturbing, to be honest.
Oh, it sounds disturbing.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah, like, that's just it. She's super hot. What level of stalker are you at when you had to create a fucking robot?
Hey,
It's like Futurama.
I'm not going to her house and kidnapping her.
It
Listen,
really is a Futurama thing. That's a good point.
listen, it's not
Exactly.
that bad. Once he reaches John Lennon's status of stalking, then we'll talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I like stalkering better.
Stalkering.
Yeah, it's stalkering.
Get out of here, stalker.
Get out of here, you dang stalker!
Stalkering, yes. It's definitely stalkering.
God.
All right. That's it for news, you guys. That'll do it.
So basically the question is, where does it end? At what point does a guy's space become a guy's space and
It doesn't.
everybody leaves us alone?
No.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
We'll get to that later, I
What's the
think.
rating
No,
for Overwatch, by the way? Is it teen?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
We need more
So-
big buff dudes doing sexy poses. Just
They
like,
do already! This is all
You
over the
do.
place!
yeah, but hanging the butt out.
But here's the
that's a
thing,
male
though.
power fantasy. That's different.
But here's the thing either way, right? I think, and we've talked about this on previous shows before, I honestly believe that the only reason shit like this gets any traction like it does is because of the internet. It's so easy for us to connect with other like-minded people or to jump on this cause or whatever, and it's just because you heard about it through the internet. You know what I mean? So
it's
word
people like
spreads
us.
so much faster, and it can be very easily misconstrued. I mean, I'm sure you guys have all played the telephone game or whatever, where you start a message and then see how fucked up it is at the end. That's kind of what's going on. And yeah. All right, you're right. You're right. All right, let's move on, you guys, to my favorite part of the show. I've been waiting for this the last 30 minutes. Yes, that's right. It's Hey Podcasters, what are you playing? Woo!
Isn't it what you're playing?
Sure. What are you?
Why bother you?
I don't
It's very
care.
good diction.
Yes,
I don't
you
care.
should,
Wow.
because of where you named it from.
Oh well, that's true. Anyway,
Listen,
We're gonna move
he's
on,
living
so-
a new life, alright? He stopped drugs and drinking, and he's
Here,
not a
give me
hooker
a-
anymore. He's
give me
trying
a
to pronounce
fucking
his
break.
words.
you guys, I don't drink anymore. Okay, just let me.
Anymore.
Wait, what? What's that you got in your hand, Joe? What are you drinking, Joe?
Hmm? Oh, this awesome Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid.
made by these Summit guys
IPA.
out of Minneapolis.
I wish it was cyanide.
Oh, jeez.
Is that
Wow. Holy
Holy!
crap, that was so rude. I'd kick his ass off the podcast if I was
Well, he'll see me on Monday, I'm sure.
I'm used to abuse at this point. I don't care.
Did you need to talk? Is your wife hurting you?
No, but I'll show you where she touched me on this doll that I have.
No, it's
No,
not.
you're good. I don't need to see.
Okay. All right.
I
You
do
guys,
need to see more veg on Ron, though. That's
No, no, God, no.
Nope, not happening.
That
All
just
right.
scares me.
50 pounds of veg.
Dude, I
Guys,
moved
I
several
got it.
states away and
I'm
it still
writing-
scares me.
I'm writing it right now, guys.
Awesome.
I'm holding a graphics card.
We need someone in the stream who's great with great with Photoshop to just take a still image from 50 Shades
No.
of Grey and put
No.
veg and Ron's face.
Oh
Do
God.
it.
Anyway,
Mr.
more
Fu,
pod, man.
Mr.
More pod.
Fu, this is your. You do
This is your moment.
Shut up!
This is your
Shut
moment.
up, Captain! Shut up, Captain! You're gonna get demoted to ensign. I'm telling you right now.
All right, more pod, man. Kick shit off. What have you been playing, dude?
What have I been playing? Again, apologies for the delays. Yeah. I've been playing Drink the Beer, but in between that, and of course,
hold up. Is that really fucking PBR? What
It's
is
fucking
wrong with you?
PBR. Nothing
yes.
wrong with PBR.
Do you have no
What's
self-respect?
wrong with me is I'm a poor college student.
All right, fair enough.
No, I
You
have
got the
no
voice.
self-respect for what's in my wallet.
You have the voice of like a 60-year-old baseball broadcaster. How are you a college student?
I'll drink some PBR with you, bro.
Hey,
I get this. Fucking.
all right.
All right.
All right, dude. What have you been playing?
I've been rolling it back. Because I have a potato here. I've been playing Theme Hospital. Do you remember that?
What?
Yeah,
You remember the Genius
somewhat.
Theme Hospital game where you try to cure everybody of such fantastic diseases like bloaty head and slack tongue and kidney beans?
Yeah, I remember that.
What the hell is this?
You guys haven't heard about it? Even I know about this one.
Oh God, the about.
You never heard it?
It's
You've
a
never
matter
heard of
of
Theme
laugh
Hospital?
or death.
Okay.
Fuck these guys.
All right. So Well, again, it looks. I really don't want to derail things loaded up. Apparently, they've got a couple good open source ports out there. Core6TH brings it into the modern era to be playable on our machines, but you can still play it just fine on DOSBox, and it is on sale on Good Old Games. Basically, you run a hospital top-down business simulator style game. There's only one there's only one floor to the hospital, which is how they're able to be able to shoehorn the limitations of the engine back in 1995 to work with this. It's an absolutely hilarious game. You got to make certain that your doctors aren't slacking off. You got to make certain that they're fully entertained and trained. You got to make certain that you have all the drugs right, or people are going to die. And when they die, they have the Grim Reaper come and send them to hell, or they get, they go up to heaven and with wings. It's a really funny game, and it's actually it's just the right amount of simplification for a simulation game. A lot of fun. Check it out. Take a look at some Let's Plays. It's hilarious. That's all I got.
Is it also the same company who made Dungeon Keeper? Or is that another hospital
Bullfrog.
Bullfrog Productions?
Yeah, that's it.
Bullfrog Productions. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one that made Dungeon Keeper.
The makers of the makers of Theme Park, maker of Theme Hospital, and also the lesser-known Sim Theme Park, which is kind of more related to the Roller Coaster Tycoon series. By the way, I would recommend you take a look at the Roller Coaster Tycoon world and what kind of flop it's making. It's making a SimCity 5 style flop right now. Definitely something to check out maybe for next week.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how much Kit Kat paid him to have advertising in the game. Because I'm seeing the screenshot on GOG and there's 2 Kit Kat vending machines sitting there.
Yeah, well, whatever you got to do to finance your game. So, all right, Damien, what the hell?
Remember
have you
that
been
Bullfrog is a UK game, so.
Okay. Ken, do you want to talk about the Space Engineers thing, or should because all the stuff we did, or should I talk about it just now?
You can talk about it.
Okay, fine. So played a lot of Space Engineers. I streamed a lot of it earlier this week, and we actually got a new follower on my Twitch. So that's pretty cool. What we did was we used one of the spawn ships and covered the front of it in armor and just started flying towards one of the pirate bases, and we got fucking destroyed. But our ship's auto turrets kept firing on a pirate base, destroying all the turrets on the outside and inside of it. Mm-hmm. And then we just flew back with jetpacks and went there and took over the whole thing. And we've been rebuilding it, and we crash landed it on the moon. So that's pretty cool.
Well, now sailors on the moon.
Now we have a dedicated
catchy
We
tune.
finally have McCain's moon base.
We do.
Yes.
I knew that son of a bitch was up to something.
The dream has
I
been
knew
realized.
McCain 2820.
That fucker better be dead by then. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. All right. So yeah, Space Engineers. That was fun. Now I'm going to get on to what really will probably corner me as a crazy person here. So I talked about it a bit last week. I talked about the game Oxenfree. It's about a game where 5 kids are stuck on an island with ghosts and radio signals. And I talked about how it's led into this huge real-life alternate reality game in which people are going out to all of these places in Washington and trying to discover more clues to help find the answer to the game to maybe complete the game. So I went to back in the early days of international flight. The United States Postal Service funded the creation of several concrete arrows in the mountains throughout the United States so they wouldn't get lost flying their planes throughout the country. Well, there's one of these in Washington State in the mountains by Kittitas, in Kittitas County by Ellensburg, Washington. So I took like a 2-hour, 30-minute drive out there and took a 3-mile hike up this mountain to find one of these concrete arrows to look for clues. And I filmed a whole documentary of the whole thing. Brought a radio up there, brought camera equipment, brought audio equipment, and I didn't find anything. But that's one more lead checked off the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I climbed a literal mountain for a fictional video game. So that's pretty cool.
And tell them where they can find your documentary video.
You can find my documentary video on youtube.com/CaptainDamianGaming.
Yeah.
It's not out yet, but it'll be out soon when I can work on it.
That works.
Mhm.
All right,
Plus.
Mr. Roncliffe, what have you been playing?
A little bit of Descent, not too much this week. But also, Sub-Level 0, I've been playing the heck out of it. I got another world record this week. I
Sweet.
sub-30'd the game.
Nice.
So the world record is now 2840 something. I don't remember exactly. 2849, I think. So my next goal is to get it under 25. I have one source telling me that it's possible to get under 20 minutes based on my splits. So it's going to take a godlike RNG for that to happen, but it could happen. Then there is Trackmania Turbo. Still been playing that quite a bit. I've got 99 out of 200 tracks gold. The 100th sucks. I actually rage quit it, but I'll probably try again tomorrow or something. And then you guys thought I was done with this, but here is this week's Crypt of the Necrodancer Condor 4. It's a bonus update because on Monday they drew 6 names to go into what they call the play-in tournament. And my name was one of them. It was about a 17% chance. So I practiced the hell out of the game all week, and I got bounced in the first round, lost 2-1.
Of course.
Ouch.
So I'm out.
There we go.
They're in the middle of having the final tournament. There are 6 players left. I believe it's Mudjo and Jack of Games are the 2 currently leading players that haven't lost yet. So it's a pretty neat tournament. It will air, the completion tournament will air this Friday at Elad Difficult stream, twitch.tv/Elad Difficult with 2 Ds at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Nice. Nice.
And that's all I got.
All right, Veg. What the hell have you been playing?
I've been playing a metric crap ton of League of Legends. Still in Silver 4 though because people hurt my head. I've been playing with. I've been actually training with my my Plat buddies and Coles and a bunch of people like that. And I've been making a lot of progress because I played a normal the other day and I was just wrecking house. I don't know. Sorry. It's just like once, kind of like how Ron's doing his Crypt of the Necrodancer. You just got to keep practicing and practicing and practicing to get better. You know. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been trying to stay away from ranked a little because that does frustrate me that a bunch of mouth breathers are making me not play or not making me progress, even though every time that I lose a game, I'm positive.
Those mouth breathers could just have an apnea. Just saying.
Yeah,
it's not their fault.
Yeah, they're asleep while playing.
I'm sorry, but when you're a window licker, there's a problem.
Okay, window licker is another thing entirely.
I like it. That was a good clarification.
Whereas, since you know the 6 Gaming podcast is it's born from the 6 Minutes to Release guild, I think we should also call them doorknobbers.
Yeah, doorknobbers is a pretty good one. So it was just it's frustrating to have all your progress that you're doing so well, thrown back in your face in a couple games because people die once and go fuck this game and they start rage quitting. Or they start feeding or stuff like that. But at the same time, I've also been playing the new StarCraft campaign came out this week with Nova, and I'm very disappointed.
Really?
It's like 4 missions.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, they want you to pay. I think it's like $15 for a 3-pack thing, and the last one's supposed to be released within maybe December of this year. And I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of bullshit because I know people who can make stuff of that quality that they have in like a month.
Right.
And they already have the stuff there, and the story already progressed. And it's frustrating. I'm not gonna leave any spoilers in there. It basically after what happens in I think it's the third one. No, not or the second or what happened in Heart of the Swarm. Like, what happens to Nova? What happens to her? And, and it's after the war and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. But it's lackluster and disappointing. It's like, ooh, there's 3 episodes, and this is kind of like, I kind of wanted
lackluster and disappointing, so that's a lot like your sex life.
No, not really.
Oh!
Okay, all right. Just curious. Go on.
So,
Anyway.
Sheila, the next time you say that, you gotta say,
I had
gotta
to.
the next time you say
can't-
that, you gotta say something like Kappa at the end of it.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
you can't
You saw that
softball.
coming from a mile away.
Dude, yeah, you can't softball shit like that in there and expect me not to hit it out of the park. That was gonna happen.
No, you kind of foul-balled it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
you're
just
right,
did.
you did.
It wouldn't
To
have
be
been
fair, you
so-
got a good amount of distance on it, but
Yeah,
Killed a mother and a
you
child.
did hit the ball.
Made contact, that's good.
Yeah, it was
Well
a
done,
pop
Joe.
fly. So,
I love the support and the hatred I get from you guys. It always makes it fun.
so anyway, freaking heathens.
Bunted, says Roro.
a little doinkler to the middle.
Oh,
Hey, there's a
No,
60-year-old baseball announcer.
oh, yeah.
Anyway, Veg.
So, I paid for this a while, like last year, I think, when they announced it or whatever. They first said that they were going to come out. I was like, okay, this is going to be pretty awesome. I'm kind of regretting paying for this. Like, I really am, and I don't like saying that about Blizzard games, or the StarCraft series, because honestly, they completely knocked StarCraft 2 out of the park with their story. And as I say, all good things must come to an end, at least when it comes to the story-wise, not franchise-wise. And it just seems like they're not beating a dead horse,
You
but
just say beating a dick.
Yeah, I heard that coming too. Yeah.
wow, you guys.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, I
show.
heard that
Get your
joke.
guy-
Awful show. That was a terrible show.
Wait, don't fucking blame me, okay? Dropkick fucking said it. Don't
You know
bring me
what?
into
It's
this.
because he's thinking of Ron, and we need some more Ron on Veg right now.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's
Just
happening.
fuck
We're
you.
making it happen.
So,
I'm making it a thing. It's a thing.
so yeah, I don't recommend it, and I don't say that about many Blizzard games.
No, you don't.
I'll even say Warlords was a great expansion, sort of. It was great for like if you're still interested in playing WoW. If you want to try it out, I say go for it. So I don't know what their direction is for it with StarCraft, but I really hope that they. I don't know. It's frustrating. It really is.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
But
sure.
I just hope that the second season or the second episode is better. And I wanted to actually make that a roundtable about games that have episodes like this. What was it? Was it the Final Fantasy or no? With the Hitman series, that's going to be
Hitman,
episodic.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we'll bring that up next week. That'll be a good one.
but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing. That and Grid here and there. So why not?
Yeah.
So
Alright.
that's me. That's it.
Hey,
Well, I'm
Veg,
gonna
you
go
have a
ahead and
racing
go-
wheel you could recommend?
Say what?
Veg?
What?
Do you have a racing wheel you could recommend?
I do.
Like
It's
anything Logitech?
No, mine's actually. I don't know who it's made by, but all I know is it's supposed to be like a Ferrari replica.
Oh, the Ferrari one?
Yeah.
That one's actually pretty good. Because that's kind of like in my price range. Okay, yeah, we'll check it out.
Alright.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with it. It's just I don't have a desk that can really support it right now because mine's falling apart.
Oh, trust me, I know the feeling.
You
No,
are
you
aware that
break
you're not
yourself.
supposed to be sitting on the desk, right?
Good
no,
question.
God, no, I
Good
would
question.
instantly break this damn thing if I did that.
Hey, Morphod, you know how planets get destroyed by tidal forces if they're too close to the star? That's kind of what's happening to the desk.
Ah, yes, this makes more
Physics
sense.
jokes. Yes.
Mm.
We're not nerdy or anything, you guys. Don't worry.
Not at all.
I'm
Don't
lost.
worry about it.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and push it over to me real quick. So I've been playing one of the best games ever. Not really. Dungeon Rush. Still playing it. I still got Penth into it, and I love it. My guys aren't doing too bad. Been playing a little bit of WoW here and there. But one of the best games that I've been playing so far is this awesome game called Deadbolt. It kind of looks like it's a shooting game, kind of like N Plus almost, kind of a platformer. What's interesting though is that the game you play as Death, and you're killing zombies and drug dealers and stuff like that. But it's a really simplistic game. It's a lot of fun. Definitely recommend. You can get it on Steam. But that's it. So, Althias, what about you?
I've been playing a lot of Heroes of the Storm the past couple of days. I've been on a pretty good streak because I'm not playing with people who've been playing for like 80 hours, so that's nice. But other than that, I was playing a lot of Stardew Valley, which is a nice farming game. It's very relaxing. I've got...
Is this like a farm simulator?
No, it's like Harvest Moon, if you've ever played that.
Oh, so it's like farming simulator with the dating sim in it.
Yeah, totally. I've got my automated sprinkler system. I've got a coop with chickens, ducks, and rabbits. And I've got my wife.
Yeah, 'cause that's not weird.
And
Is
what
your- is
color
your
hair
wife-
does your
hold on.
waifu have?
Is your wife
Waifu,
named
sorry.
Is your wife named Damien?
Mm-hmm. No, it's Penny.
Okay. Oh, it's Pen.
Penny
Close
all the
enough.
way.
Yeah,
Oh,
close
Pen,
enough.
Penny, close enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Red hair, no.
Right,
Of course,
that's all it
red
is.
hair.
Easy to
I've got a
miss.
sweet barn, though, with 2 cows.
Damn!
Yeah.
Not one.
Check it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Two
legit.
counts, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
here we were only hoping for 40 acres and a mule.
Right, at least.
I rake in the gold, bro. I bring it in. I bring it hard.
I see that. Yeah,
No, it's a fun game.
interesting. Anything else?
Mhm. No,
Oh.
that's about it.
Okay. Uh-oh, someone said something.
Oh, I just realized why it was that I was drinking PBRs, because this is empty.
Oh,
This is empty. Because this is empty.
Well, what?
Because this is
You have a
empty.
fucking problem.
Look, you guys, we are really gentle. We try to, sidestep it a little
Fuck
bit
that
subtle
shit.
on the show.
He doesn't.
So, all right, well, Dropkick, since you felt the need to jump in there, what
You're
the
not
hell have you
helping
been
him at all.
playing?
You're enabling his alcoholism.
I don't look. You guys, I in no way condone the drinking of alcohol. I'm
I
just
still wish
saying.
that was
Oh,
cyanide.
shut the fuck up, Joe.
I still wish that was cyanide.
Oh, I know.
Dude, you are so rude.
I
I
am.
know.
Don't
So
you know
anyway-
he's human too?
What have you been doing?
So I've been gone for a few weeks. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Things may have been a
Not in the
little quieter.
least.
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I've been playing quite a few games lately. I've still been playing Smash Bros. It's still one of my favorite games. However, lately a friend of mine bought Super Smash Bros. Melee, and we've been playing Melee, and it feels like a completely different game. Like I haven't played this in years, and it's blowing my mind. Like how different like 2 Smash Bros. Games can be when they're only like two games apart. So it was really neat. It's wildly more competitive, but I don't think it's as fun. But I'm still enjoying myself. Other than that, I've been playing Pokemon again. Nintendo's been releasing like legendaries that you can't normally get.
Right.
Every month you can go on to maybe it's at GameStop, get a card, or you just get them for free on the internet. So Nintendo's been doing a promotion for that for 20 years of Pokemon, I believe. What else have I been playing? Pokken Tournament. I started Pokken Tournament. That game is actually a lot more technical than I thought
Moving
it
on.
would be.
Right?
Whoa,
we
whoa,
don't
whoa,
support that game.
That game is
Or
so
any
cool.
game related to.
Why don't we support Pokken Tournament?
Because Damien has an awesome Smash Brothers shirt.
Well, no,
And
we
because
can't
it's
just
still
gloss
Pokemon.
over that.
No,
It's a
we
fighting
can't.
game. It's cool.
It's a Pokemon version
It's a
of Tekken.
technical fighting
Yes,
game.
and it's actually pretty technical for the most part. I was
Yeah.
surprised. It's not the most technical fighting game I've ever played or I've ever seen. However, considering the fact that it is based around a children's product, the game has a surprising amount of depth in it, and it's actually kind of refreshing to take some beloved characters that people have known for 20 plus years and put them into a fighting game that's a bit more of a serious tone. Other than that, I've been playing an indie game that none of you have heard of. It's a romance about 2 men. Their name are Ron and Veg. It's called
No,
Neki.
okay, that's
Wait,
enough.
wait.
That's
Hold
enough.
on,
Moving
hold
on.
Hold,
It's
hold,
called
Hold
It's a
on.
story-based
Shower
game.
with your veg.
It's a story-based game. It's called Neck Deep Beard in My Ass.
Hold on.
Asshole.
Hold on. Wait. You guys, I have to hijack this. This sounds like an amazing fucking game. Where can I find this on Kickstarter? I will give you my whole
You
savings.
can't find it on Kickstarter. In fact, the game doesn't exist. But if you finance my Kickstarter and Patreon right now,
Well said.
I can promise you the game won't be made, and I will take your money.
Exactly. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which is so much more honest than a lot of Kickstarters do.
Right? You should already give me your money because I'm honest.
Honest my ass.
Yeah.
No, neck deep beard in your ass.
That's what you say to veg.
It's a better title, honestly.
Christ.
ones you can't trust.
Hey, if you never mentioned, or if Veg never mentioned that you've seen his ass, this would have never happened. This is your fault and his fault.
It's Veg's fault.
So.
Blame Veg. Everything is Veg's fault.
So, let's get this fucking derailed train back on the fucking tracks for my favorite part of the show. I've been waiting all hour for this stupid thing. God, it's really been an hour. Anyway, you guys, this is the Six Gaming Roundtable. I love this freaking part of the show, only because I love getting feedback from you guys, our audience, as well as my awesome and illustrious set of co-hosts. Now, this week's Six Gaming Roundtable is actually a really interesting one, and we kind of brought it up earlier, but I want Ron to go ahead and kick this off. So, Ron, what exactly are we discussing here?
Tracer bullshit.
Tracer bullshit. Okay, you know what? This is total bullshit. Fuck you, activists, that you just want to be a part of the crowd. What happened to artistic vision? Whatever happened to just good old plain fun? Who cares what she looks like? Shit, when fucking Samus dies in Super Metroid, you see her in what I'm assuming is a fucking bikini, and that was never an issue. You let stupid fucking games like Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball to come out, but you bitch about Tracer in a game that hasn't even been released.
Now, I
You
do
let
have
them
something.
go fuck
I
yourself.
can kind of
I do have
understand
something
it
specific
a little
to say
bit.
about this.
Well,
And-
that's all I've got, so...
And there was an article put out by another female gamer that typically doesn't like this type of thing, but she was so unoffended by this, by the pose, that she was like, okay, so you're complaining that you don't want your child to see this. Okay, you better not take your child anywhere near a gym. You better not take your child outside when it's hot.
Or the
Anywhere
yoga
where you
class,
could possibly see a woman in skin-tight clothing.
In fact, just get off the internet. I mean...
Just
Or hide
Unplug,
go
man.
hide under a rock for like a few years.
I mean, people have butts, not just females. Males do too.
No way. No way.
Surprise!
Now,
Surprise!
granted,
Can
I-
confirm I am a male and I have a butt.
In
So
the
wait,
case
wait,
of
wait,
Veg,
wait,
he
wait.
may have 2 or 3.
hang on, because
You would
this
know,
is
right?
serious.
You would know how
seen
many
them.
asses he has.
But this is blowing my mind, you guys. Like, I had Oklahoma Public Education, and I did not read this in biology class.
Surprise!
Like, seriously? I had no idea. No idea.
I just honestly think that this is entirely overblown.
Absolutely.
And I think Blizzard is just trying to do like PR damage control, is what it feels like to me.
Yeah,
I wanna
absolutely,
add on.
Ron. I'm with you.
Like,
Go
uh,
ahead.
because you had mentioned the whole Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Now, when the first couple games came out, this whole everything is offensive attitude that the internet has been taking nowadays wasn't exactly as prevalent as you see it now.
True.
So what happened recently is they actually released another beach volleyball game, but it was never actually released in America because they were afraid of the backlash that would happen. So if they actually went ahead and went with the American release, like they probably would have preferred to, believe me, you would have heard it nonstop all over the internet about how offensive this is and how it's promoting rape culture or some bullshit like that. So
Oh, sure.
it would have happened, but they didn't happen because Japan executives and whatever were like, this isn't a good idea. However, you can buy the game from Japan, and it's completely patched with like English shit already in the game. So
Right.
you can always do that.
Now, okay, you guys, so this is interesting. And I have to show this for you guys. It is official. The game is actually coming out. This is actually happening.
Fucker.
Wait, what game?
Amazing.
Wait, what?
I have to make it. Hold on, I have to make a change to Discord here.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm supremely happy.
What's going on in Discord?
So thanks, you guys.
Wait, what game?
The one about you and Ron. This is happening.
Someone needs to change 50 Shades of Grey to neck beard deep in my ass.
Right.
Let's move on.
Frankly,
this didn't happen.
Beard
We're
was
moving
that
on.
into your ass, then it probably would appear to be about 50 different shades of gray.
Oh, nicely done. You, the groan factor.
I need a shower now. Thanks, guys.
Right? All right, so more fun.
What did Ron do?
You needed a shower for the last 3 years.
You need the shower because you feel like you've been violated by Ron? Is that what it is?
Shut
Okay,
up.
you want to hear a story?
No.
This is terrible.
I need Morphod to chime in here. So what's your take, man?
What's my take? I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
Good man. All right, moving
no.
on.
I'm watching go to your windows.
The internet is a remarkable echo chamber, and what I see here is a major company that has foolishly given in to the demands of the mob. And of course, what is the mob? The mob is simply just the loudest, most pay attention to me section of it. So they gave in, and now because they gave in, they have to stay committed. If Blizzard had chosen to ignore this, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Very
We
true.
really wouldn't be talking about it.
Very true.
It's because Blizzard reacted.
So
the question
what you're
is,
saying
why
is
did
don't feed the
Blizzard?
trolls.
Well,
Really.
actually, that is a remarkably succinct way of stating it. If we relabel, social justice warriors as trolls,
The story changes.
the
very
story
quickly.
changes. I understand what is a troll. The troll just wants to watch the internet burn, but an SJW wants to watch the patriarchy burn. So, in that sense, they are trolls. They're just a different color troll. It's like a level 2 troll. That's they do a palette swap on the same pixel art, but same. You deal with them the same way.
Yeah, it's the easiest way to save money. You just change the color scheme. You're good.
But yeah,
I want to say something about this really quick. I just
Yeah.
want to say that I'm kind of on their side for changing it, but I feel like the reason really should have been that it was bland. It was this boring pose. Like, everybody has that pose, so we could change it to something more interesting for one of the main representatives of this game.
Well, yeah,
that
because
would be
Ned
fine.
Flanders did that pose and that fucking ski
Yeah.
jumpsuit. Everybody's seen that picture.
That's one of the things Blizzard did say is that they have an idea for a better pose for her in general. They have a better idea, so.
Okay, so it was probably some mixture of mostly that, but a little bit tinged with this, we better give in.
Yeah, it could be.
The other issue I see with it is I think there's something about you having the option of seeing that pose whether or not there's like some sort of option to just disable it or whatever. But that also becomes an issue because even if there's the option to have something, people are still going to complain that it just needs to be taken away. And to go off of Mr. Baseball, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. It's the first time I met you, really. So, but when he mentioned about the echo chamber thing, it's actually it is a very, very prevalent thing in today's internet, where if there's an article I read a few years ago, I forgot who it was by, but the title was something along the lines of, if you want to be an extremist, talk with people who share your ideas. And with today's internet, especially like when you see everything going on, like politics, the presidential election in general, you're going to see people who are only going to talk to the people that share their ideas, and unknowingly they're going to become extremists about their ideas, and it will literally become it's my way or the highway. And that's a very, very poisonous mindset for anybody to have today. Like, if there was another side where there were people who were saying, no, we need Tracer in a more sexual pose, and then they did it, I would still see it as being kind of wrong because there's still no need for it. You just
Right.
need to find a balance. We just need people to not be so offended, and we need people to not just demand more if there's no need for more.
In other words, people stop being butthurt for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Butt hurt because it's a butt issue.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ, on a pogo fucking stick.
Oh, hey, speaking of Tracer's butt pose, if we could get someone to Photoshop Vege's face onto Tracer.
Oh God. Oh, that is probably the best request I've ever heard in my life.
Because we were talking about Vege's ass earlier today, so...
Yeah, best
Can we stop talking about Vege's ass?
I should know. I should be on
Please!
my. I should be like on the Kim
Like
Kardashian, like
tracing.
break the internet pose.
Yes! Yes, we put Vege's
Yeah,
face
do it. Do it.
Nothing at all.
That would
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Exactly.
I need brain bleach.
We all do, trust me. All right, you guys. I don't
Our
have
host,
anything else.
save us.
Do you guys have any last thoughts that anyone else wants to throw in there?
Save us from
It's a
ourselves.
bunch of bullshit.
Right. All right. Well, let
Whole
me
argument.
go ahead and save this because we're a little bit over time. Thank you guys, though, so very, very much for joining us on this week's edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, where the hell can I watch this again? That's a brilliant question, and I need to give that to Mr. Ronclay here. Where can they watch this again?
Hold on. To quote Sixbot.gg, visit Six Gaming's YouTube page for a complete archive of our podcast at ronc.li/6-YouTube. That's SIX.
Awesome. And as soon as you started that, our bot gave you a shout out, which is even better. So
Hey, guys.
well done. Well done. Yeah, so I am, of course, your host, Shosan. Thank you guys so very, very much. You can catch us at 10 p.m. every Saturday. I don't know why I can't talk, so we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up. Mr. Morphod, go ahead and say goodnight, sir.
Good night, sir. Oh, wow, that's a tired old joke. Thank you very much for having me, you fuckwads. I'm very happy to be here with all of you. But next time, you could be fewer in number because it's really difficult for my internet connection to stay up,
We will work
up on
on that, trust
pace.
me.
So Warfod can't keep it up, confirmed.
Mhm.
Yep.
God
Total-
fucking
I
damn
know
it.
But
who
apparently
can.
you can whenever you see Vege's ass.
Right.
Well, with the amount of liquor I just showed you guys, it's not a surprise. Anyway.
No, not at
You
all.
need help!
Vegito, say goodnight, sir.
Only one of us is shouting right now.
Good night, everybody.
Right on. Dropkick, say goodnight.
Yeah, see you later.
Word. All right, Danger Zone.
See you next time, sexy babies.
We complained about pedophilia earlier. He's talking about sexy babies.
Oh,
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
That was
Jack.
good. That was really good. Good for you. Now, I am, of course, Shosan. Mr. Ronclay, say goodnight, sir.
Mr. Damien.
You can
is
find
gone.
me over at twitch.tv/Ronclay, where I have recently surpassed 1,100 followers.
Damn.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Love it. Definitely, please go check him out, you guys. Now, once again, thank you from the Six Gaming Podcast. I wish you guys good night. Mr. Ronclay, please take it away.
Vege's ass, see you bye.